Greetings, Hive fans. I'm here helping you play Hive like a champion. Welcome to today's live stream. This is round four of the Hive game open, the qualification event for the upcoming World Championship this summer. Right now we are looking for veme versus Al Petrovic. Round 4 game should be exciting, so we're looking forward to that. Al Petrovic is in the lobby. Still can't get over my board space terminology. Al Petrovic is online, as is veme. So what we're going to do is we're going to click over here, try to keep an eye on when they get started, because we are going to, let me turn both of those off, hit the live. So here we are waiting, and of course there is a link there, buy me a coffee, and I do have a poll going today asking, how would you like me to announce these live streams when I have one? Because I can't always predict what well in advance. Depends on what my work schedule is, what my personal schedule is, what my health is. So doing a poll today. Do I announce it with a post on YouTube? Do I announce it with a post on X? Over at Discord? Or where other place would you recommend that I announce it? So I'll keep an eye on both players here, because I don't know exactly how we show up here. You can see Cower 50 is playing Q Representa in a rated 10+10 game. But we never know exactly when the players show up. So I'll keep an eye out here. And of course, when you click on a player's name, it takes you over to where they're playing. If they have any games going on right now, you can see Romario Z and Al Petrovic are playing in a 5 days per move correspondence game. You click on finished, and you can see some of the games that Al Petrovic has finished recently. We're concerned about playing right now. And of course, it's been exciting so far today. Had a couple matches already this morning. One early morning game was between Mangusta and, I don't remember who it was now. No, this morning it was Eucalyptus and Louise. Game 1. Game 2 will be tomorrow morning, and I'm going to try very hard to make arrangements to stream that one. I believe it's 12 o'clock UTC, which is 8 o'clock my time. So it was a very quick one this morning, but I won't let you know who won. veme has 2 correspondence games going. Of course, veme is Tom Fife. He's on the committee, but committee members, when they're involved in a decision, don't get involved in the discussion or the decision making. So they should be getting started any moment now. This is round 4. So let's keep an eye out for them. Haven't started yet. So hopefully it'll be popping up here very, very soon. Of course, lots going on in the Hive world. The upcoming European Hive convention and tournament will be in Budapest again this year in June. And the last couple days of July, first weekend in August, will be the Gen Con 2025. Last year I wasn't really healthy when I went, and I didn't have as good a time as I would have liked. But this year I'm going again, and I'm having a lot more Hive events. There'll be at least one every day. So if you're at Gen Con 2025, make sure you look up those Hive events, including a simultaneous on Saturday afternoon. And who knows, there may be some really exciting gifts, prizes for those that participate. Okay, Al Petrovich and veme have started. So let's get the review room going and we'll follow along. Al Petrovich is playing white and he opens with the ladybug, far and away the most common bug at this top level of play. Of course, the ladybug is an extremely versatile bug. It can switch from defense to an offense very, very quickly. And of course, in many cases, both players play ladybugs. And this is looking like it might be what Joe Schultz in his upcoming book on openings calls the standard opening. Nope, it isn't. Started off that way. So let's keep an eye out for okay, very good. The first person commented said Discord on the Hive server. So both players played without putting their queen in play, so they have to play the queen. That's interesting. Did not play the queen in the pocket here. So is black going to choose a Z queen formation or possibly an extended C queen formation, a buffered C? Yep, he plays the buffered C. Now white almost has to move this ant because you don't want to get both of these ants pinned. Although white could put a bug here and free this one. Keep an eye on, we've got 4 viewers so far. Do a quick, oh, all three voted on Discord. Typically speaking, if you're going to pin this bug, the mosquito was placed in line. If you're going to pin it, it's always best to pin it in elbow. Now white has the opportunity of, yep, doing exactly that, pinning that second ant, or pinning that first black ant. World champion Ben Harris is on watching. Hello, Ben. Plays under the name of SP Fish or Surprise Fish. First world champion we've had other than Judoka or Quadlibet for quite a while, so congratulations, Ben. And I want to keep an eye on here. Black wasted a tempo, or it seems like might have wasted a tempo, but it might also create a scenario where white is forced to waste a tempo. Now the mosquito has pill bug power. White has yet to bring in the mosquito or pill bug. And of course, bringing the ant in now, the ant is not in any threat to be pinned. There's no black bug available. So this is a good opportunity to bring in the white ant. So thank you very much for joining this afternoon. And Ben Harris has already said hello. Make sure you introduce yourself. Let me know who you are, where you're from. We've probably met before if you're a regular. If you're new, welcome. We're glad to have you. Okay, so let's see. What are some of Black's options? And I want to try to keep an eye on just to make sure everything, and just to let you know, my thunderstorm alert is active because it's definitely summertime here in Florida, and we're going to be getting active thunderstorms, which is very good because we've needed the rain big time. So black is running out of 10 points, spawn points. He's only got 3. So if he brings in a new bug, it's going to be in one of those 3 positions. So other options, he could warp the ant to here, although that doesn't really free the mosquito. Okay, he brings in a grasshopper. Now, is the white ant going to pen that grasshopper? Let's just take a look. If he did that, he could pen it here and only allow 1 spawn point, or pin it here and allow the spawn point there. Now, what's interesting is white could bring in a beetle. There's no black bug to stop a beetle from immediately spawning and climbing atop the hive, but black could definitely make it very uncomfortable. So let's just take a quick look here. What if white, for example, if white brought the beetle to there, and then the mosquito could be in good attacking position, or if the beetle climbs forward, nope, he attacks. Attacking early. Of course, white is in no danger, or black is in no danger of losing, because black can warp the queen away, can move the grasshopper, move the mosquito, move the pill bug, any of those. Of course, warping the queen away would probably not be a good thing because white could immediately bring in a beetle, or could bring in the spider here. You might want to do that because you wouldn't want the pill bug or mosquito to warp the white ant into there. Okay, this is where we are. We want to make this the main line. So the black grasshopper could go to, on its own, could jump to here, which would pin the ant and also set up a block to this spot. Could jump to there, freeing the ladybug. less likely to jump to here because at any given instant, this white ant could be warped in. Now, I'm guessing the black mosquito is going to move, but the question is where? A quick look at my poll. Okay, so it definitely looks like the 4 votes so far in the poll, all 4 saying the best place to announce them is on the Discord server. And I did announce earlier today, so maybe that is a good thing there. Now, my guess is that black is not going to attack, but let's pretend. Oh, he can't get out there with that, can he? Grasshopper to here. Yeah, that would not look necessarily not look good for white, I don't think. Okay, I'm trying to figure out the. Yep, here's where we are. Now that's interesting that he went to there. Because he could have used Ladybug power to get to any of these other spots. White can start a beetle attack. Well, let's say here. And that's what he did. He brings in the beetle out there. That's what I thought he was going to do. The beetle attack continues, and white is going to qualify for the win. But qualifying for the win is necessary but not sufficient. Interestingly, the pill bug moves away, puts both the pill bug and the mosquito in good defensive position, in a proximity pill bug position. They are playing very quickly. Now this is a very interesting situation here. You've got a good anti-spawn setup with 3 black bugs in a row. There's no place that white can do a direct drop. Now what's interesting is the old hive adage, rings are bad, is not always the case. What would happen if black elected to no, that's probably not necessarily a good thing, freeing the ant. Well, like I said, it's probably not a good thing, but he did it. Now, of course, what black is threatening is to warp that ant in. So white is probably going to break the ring. Question is, where is this ant going to go? And now I'm going to predict that the mosquito is going to advance. Or the mosquito gets warped to there, threatening both the recovering of the white beetle and freeing the second or the first black beetle. And of course, if you'd like to support my YouTube channel, there is a place that you can do a super chat. My goal for the day is 1 super chat. That's all it takes. So just keep that in mind, help support my channel. Now, white is in danger here because even though white is in semi-control of the outside of the hive with 3 free ants and a mosquito still in reserve, white has not yet placed the pill bug. White mosquito warping to there could neutralize the white beetle and threaten to free that defending black ant. Okay, we got our first vote for something other than the Discord server. Okay, we got a YouTube post. So I probably should be doing all of these things, both the YouTube posts, Discord, and on X. I haven't been watching the timing. Veme is past the 11-minute mark. Al Petrovich is barely slightly over 17. I'm going to put in a Fisherman's Friends. Interesting. Made the ring that way. Of course, black completely controls the ring. Threatening to warp in that white ant. So let's see. Okay, the spider anchors down the ant, and now white can threaten. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at that white as an attacker. White is not attacking. So my guess is that the black beetle is going to climb up. So that's interesting. It looks like there's a hex around it. I was trying to look at that because it looks like it's a white, black, white, but it's only black queen with the white beetle on top. So this is definitely a defensive ring. Black is in complete control of it. The white beetle moves. Of course, the black queen could escape. So is it too early for black to start thinking about attacking? Let's take a quick look. It might be too early. So this is a very interesting, you've got the inner hive, outer hive game going here. White is definitely controlling the outside of the hive with all 3 ants available. And of course, white could bring in the next, could be threatening to bring in another spider with an angle of attack to there. So how does black defend this? So let's take a quick look. I'm sure that veme is thinking about this. Is it time to start counterattacking? What would happen? Nope, he does it differently. He advances with the beetle. Case of just shifting from one ring to another. Okay, he's leaving that beetle there and bringing in his second beetle. So this is very interesting. I've never seen a game quite like this. Black has the defensive ring in position. So black could cover. Ben says this is a very rare ring shape. It really is. Okay. And of course, this was a double ring because either the ant or the beetle could move without affecting the ring. And you're always looking for, can the defender get the pill bug back into position? When the black ant was here, the pill bug could not move in because that would be a self setup shot. Now the mosquito is threatening to move in, to jump into here. Or now the mosquito can jump into here. which would be an interesting position because then the pill bug, if the pill bug moves into defensive position, it gives pill bug power to the mosquito. And the question then becomes to you, if you move the mosquito in and take this spot, it takes away a lot of these interior spots as spawn points for black. But it does recreate the ring. Ben Harris is very pleasing and symmetrical. I don't know about you, but I don't normally look at the shapes of the hive and think of them as pleasing or not pleasing. Sometimes the positions are pleasing and not pleasing, but I don't know about the shape. So the white spider comes in with the threat, the angle of attack to take this kill spot. But white is going to need help with these two spots, the two spots that are inside the ring. Does black have time to do a pen replacement? Nope, he's bringing in a grasshopper. Reform the ring. Threatening to jump out and pin the white mosquito. Oh no, that's interesting. Nothing can stop the mosquito from climbing up if it wants to because it's part of the double ring. Well, black could cover the mosquito to keep it from climbing up. We're approaching the 520 and counting for veme, playing black. White has done this entire attack without ever having to bring in the pill bug. So unless the grasshopper jumps out, black cannot take, if black tries to get the pill bug into here, that would be a self-setup shot and would lose immediately. So that's not going to happen. This forces the grasshopper to jump out, but is white going to be able to get? Well, it doesn't for the grasshopper. I mean, the black beetle could it does jump out. That's the logical thing to do. Now the question is, how does white put a bug in place to threaten? To bring a grasshopper here with an angle of attack to that spot, but it could immediately get pinned by this grasshopper. So the white grasshoppers could do a crossfire, one here and one here, forcing the black grasshopper to respond to one or the other of them. White could also, well, let's see, black is threatening to bring a bug in here, which could free the beetle or the mosquito. And if white pins the black ant, let's just take a look at that. Let's go back to make sure we're up to date here. Nope. Yep, that's what he did. He pinned the black ant. Now it opens up a direct drop spot here. And never a good sign when a bunch of black bugs are all in that ring. I've heard about the team, this correspondence game, but I have not don't actually know what's going on. What's going on with it? Probably need to look into that. I'm guessing that white is going to continue his attack with a pill bug here. So how does black defend? Okay, the black grasshopper jumps over. And here comes the white grasshoppers. And of course, white is also threatening to put a grasshopper up here, jumping to there to free this beetle. And still, white has not gotten in a... Oops, wrong one. So black is putting up an interesting defense because white is going to have trouble getting into those positions, and that's what the second white grasshopper comes in, threatening to jump down. Now, white is qualified for the win, but black has both of those top of hive bugs covered. But here comes the third one. Nothing can stop that beetle. And the other interesting thing is the black mosquito pill bug combination is still defending. White still has to get to these two bugs, only has the one grasshopper. Now white is threatening with the pill bug. Oh, that's interesting. Comment has a link to the threads in each team, and each day one team votes on a move to make. Kind of like a hand and brain kind of thing. Black jumps in to make the ring. Black might be running out of defensive options here. Yep, I think it's over. This white attacks with the ant. That's interesting. No, he doesn't. That might be yeah, that might be a more surefire method because the ant attacks. What's underneath there? Mosquito. Okay. So if oh, don't peek any other comments. That's interesting. Seven people have voted. 5 for Discord, 2 for YouTube posts. Black is down under 2 minutes. I wonder if they're going to play a second game today or put it off till later. I was looking at the possibility of this black mosquito moving away, but that opens up the door into this spot. I was just thinking about that, but that's interesting because, yes, maybe. That's very interesting because the pill bug is almost completely surrounded. If white attacks with the ant, oh no, he attacks with the beetle. Yep, that's it. You can't stop both ants. Oh, or the spider. Three bugs aiming for the kill spot. And the black pill bug is completely surrounded. Black mosquito, the only bug that it's in position to warp out is the beetle, and it just moved. And then do you win with the spider or one of the ants? Congratulations, Al Petrovich, for winning the first one. Now the question is, are they going to play a second one? Let's see if there is a way to see that. I don't think we can see, oops, I don't think we can see comments on the board. Oh, here was the comments. So congratulations to Al Petrovich for winning the first one. So we are going to, okay, let's take a quick look at the 8 people have voted. 6 said Discord, 2 said YouTube. So I guess I need to continue both of those. Okay, congratulations to Al Petrovich for winning this afternoon's game. We'll see if they're going to be playing a second one here very shortly. So we're going to turn both of these rooms off. There's a Buy Me a Coffee link if you'd like to make a contribution, or you make a contribution by doing a super chat, then 75% of that goes to the Hive developer, the hivegame.com developers. So let's see if we're going to be playing a second game or not. Only way we can keep an eye on it is to keep an eye to see if they open a second room. What I need to do is figure out how to get back to a totally empty board. I haven't yet been able to figure out how to do that. Of course, I haven't spent a lot of time at it either, so can't really blame that. I guess we go over to Discord to see if there's any comments going on over there between the two players. I guess the only way we're not going to know is if they both, one or the other of them, exits the room. Veme is still here. Al Petrovich is still here, so they may be playing the second game, maybe taking a brief break. Okay, very good. So that was an exciting game. Congratulations to Al Petrovich. Very interesting. I think that the comment about you can't win it in the opening, but you can lose it in the opening might be apropos here, because I think that Beam got off to a bad start in the opening and never ever completely recovered, although he did a whale of a good defense using that very unique ring. The formation that world champion Ben Harris said was very pleasing and symmetrical. Trying to keep an eye on here to see if they get started. I haven't seen that yet. Might be a little bit of time. We can do a little bit of exploration here in the hivegame.com website. You go to the home and see the players. These are all the players that are online. Though I haven't yet been able to figure out what happens if you're online but not online, not active. Don't know if there's a way to tell that or not. If you click on, you go to here, search players, you can pick any particular player, like if you type in my name, for example, start off with Ringers. Or maybe it's not finding me yet. Not a good example. Oh, wow, they've started. Unbelievable. Whoops. I don't know how in the world I missed that. Okay, let's see if we can get caught up here. Well, something's not working right here, so I'm going to have to close this window, close this window. Maybe I have to log out. I apologize for this. I'm not. Well, this is not going well. So let's go ahead and see if I can get this. At least we can be watching. Okay, this is the live room, and I'm going to try to get my review room open. Okay, we've got the live room open. Now we've got to just figure out why I can't get the review room going. Sorry about that, guys. We have a C queen formation. Let's go back through a real quick history. Okay, I think we got it open. Let's see what we can do here. Black queen. White queen. Okay, I believe we're caught up now. Wow, that was stressful. So Joel says, my prediction, we'll see more rings. Probably will. Okie dokie. There we go. Okay, all Petrovich's, let's see. Something is up. Something is not working here. Okay, I think I'm caught up here. Now I need to get caught up in the review room. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 5. Ant, queen, ant, white pillbug, white ant 3. Black mosquito, white mosquito, black ant 2, white beetle 1, black beetle 1. Okay, I think I'm up. Wow. I definitely have to spend more time figuring out how this works because I don't know what in the world happened there. Wouldn't let me get my windows open. I'm guessing that white is going to move forward because you don't want, although, yeah, white does not have any bugs with an angle of attack to this kill spot. But if the white beetle moves forward, then the pill bug can't be brought in here. Now, another thing white could do is white could warp the ant away, then threaten with the mosquito to either pin the black mosquito or move into here. And I don't know why it's not. For whatever reason, it's not showing up. Let's do an F5 and see what happens. I really don't know what's going on here, guys. White moves in with the beetle. And again, the threat is warping the ant, giving ant power to the mosquito. Black has to be considering about playing some defense here, although he's still has the pill bug in reserve, also an ant. I'm guessing black is going to have to bring in another ant. The question would be where. Although black could pin the beetle with the mosquito, be an option. Because as long as the defending beetle is there, the white beetle is not quite as threatening. I really don't know why it doesn't show up on the I am going to see what I can get, if I can get online on my iPad, because this is not fun. I don't know why my room is not staying. Staying up to date. I can hear the click, but I don't know what they do. Okay, well, I'm not really happy about my what's going on here. Let's see if this window stays up to date. The white did warp the black ant away, giving uh, ant power to the mosquito. So let's see what happens here. Okay. I have no idea what's going on here with my windows. Let's hope this window stays open and working. Okay. So black has yet to get his pill bug in play. And of course, white is now threatening to move in with the mosquito. So black could. Nope, he climbs up with the beetle. Now that gives the spawn point for the pill bug, but the mosquito is probably going to attack. So let's see what happens here. Oh, you know what interesting? Joel said we're going to see some rings. White could place a ring here, but the black beetle could just move forward because right now the black ladybug is covered, would not be free. So time is still early, 14 and change for veme, 12.5 for Al Petrovich. Oops. So white could attack with the mosquito, threatening to cover the black beetle. Then when white attacks, well, black could just shut down the direct drop spot by bringing the ant over. Again, the clincher is going to be white's going to need to be able to get a bug into this kill spot here, the shared kill spot between the two queens. But black, because Al Petrovich won the first game, all he has to do is get a draw here in order to win the match. So let's say he goes there. Black ends it. White grasshopper goes here. Black would then be I think white has the an edge here, no question. Oh, now that's interesting. The ring thing that Joel talks about is what happens if the beetle goes here. Oh no, right now we don't dare do the ring because the queen gets free. That was stupid. So the mosquito attacks there, threatening to climb up on the queen. Black still does not have a good spot to bring in the pill bug. Oh, that's interesting because the black mosquito could go to here, but that would free up this spot. Let's just take a quick look at that. Yep. Nope, that's not good for white. So that doesn't work. but the mosquito could still go to here. Black would soon be running out. I mean, white would soon be running out of bugs, though, giving up complete control of the outside of the hive. Okay, black is continuing his march forward. So this is interesting. Does black can black just continue the counterattack? So let's say that black plays the pill bug. White goes to there. Okay, he does bring the pill bug in there. Oh, now that's interesting. The white beetle can climb up and do it. They can have a direct drop spot. Yep. You can shut the only way you can shut the direct drop spot down. Okay, the beetle comes in, pre-swamping the ladybug. That was played very quickly, so maybe Al has looked at this very carefully. Well, that seems like that was a. I mean, you want to get your beetle in to get it up, but using the beetle for the pre-swamp does not bode well for the use of that beetle later. Okay, so If white covers the ladybug, let's see, we're at 32 right now, so let's make this the main line. Well, the thing about it is there is no white bug with an angle of attack to that kill spot. I guess white could bring in, but if he brings in the grasshopper, it just gets pinned. Now the thing about it is if the grasshopper jumps, then the pill bug is in position to warp it away. Yes, the grasshopper might have been better off because the grasshopper comes over, the ladybug has to move. That doesn't matter. And the other thing is if the mosquito moves before the grasshopper jumps, then the mosquito covering the queen takes away this grasshopper's ability to his angle of attack. What would happen if if it were white's move right now? If the white mosquito moved over, would that be a threat? Okay, so here's didn't think about that before. If the black beetle climbs up, and again we're doing a direct drop threat there. Oh, that's interesting. That's So there are a lot of threats going on here. Al is down to less than 5 minutes, and generally it's a lot more difficult to defend than it is to attack. So let's see. Okay. I think the natural move here for white is the white beetle moves up, threatening another direct drop spot. White is down to only 3 bugs, 9 minutes and counting, 5 minutes for Al. The climbing up with the mosquito doesn't threaten the direct drop because the black ant just swing around here. I'm thinking the beetle's going to have to climb up. So the threat from white is the beetle up, spider here, beetle there, and then you've got 2 bugs threatening to take the kill shot. So what does black do in the meantime to defend that? Beetle up, beetle covers the ladybug. Maybe Al is happy with the draw. In general, if you're playing for a draw, you often lose. So you're much better off playing for a victory and then at some point settling for a draw. So beetle to there. Yeah, that might be it. That might be the way to do it. Beetle up threatening the direct drop. So let's see if we do a different way. If we go here, then goes up, and then the direct drop. Oh, the grasshopper could go here. Now this grasshopper doesn't have an angle. Yeah, that might be the way to go. Let's see. Okay, veme is at 5.5 minutes. The other thing that white would be threatening with the beetle climbing up is the mosquito going to here. No, he brought in the grasshopper first. Okay, you immediately think the grasshopper is going to here, and at that point, the black ladybug is pre-swamped again, and the pillbug defense comes into play. But the grasshopper may be going to there, which would almost force the ant to come to here. Then, if the beetle drops to here, and we still white is needing another bug. So, and of course, if ever either one of these grasshoppers attacks to this spot, the pillbug could warp it out if white is not threatening to win immediately. Oh, now see, that's interesting. It'll grasshopper hop around. If the grasshopper jumps to, let's see where we are. Make this the main line. Let's say black covers the beetle. Goes to here. Yeah, still, I don't think that black has the white. Black can defend his and then play for a draw if need be. Oh, that's interesting. Joel's answer may be coming true. Here comes the first ring. Oh, yes, the white ladybug now is threatening to go to here, and the grasshopper is free. Interesting. Although white only has the but black can't cover the ladybug with this beetle because that would free up the beetle underneath. So black could cover the ladybug here. Oh, and Al Petrovich is down to under a minute and a half. Down under a minute. He's going to have to do something quick. Okay, let's see if he goes. What if he goes to there? I don't know. Okay, well, down to 10 seconds. Is he going to get his? Okay, he does play. He moves in with the pill bug, with the mosquito. I don't think that there's any defense here. The ladybug shifts over to there, and nothing can stop that grasshopper. Yep. Black can take his own. Oh, yes. Black can warp the pill bug out. Oh no. Black warps the pill bug out. White hand comes around. So Black fell on his sword. Good game. Wow. Very exciting there at the end. So another great match. Both players won as white. We've seen a lot of that. And of course, this is round 4 of the Hive Game Open. The top 24 players at the end of 8 rounds. We're almost halfway through. We'll be halfway through by the first part of next week. The top 24 players get invited to the World Championship later on in the summer. So we went through the entire match entire stream without ending up any uh, thunderstorms. So that was a good thing. Although we could use the rain, so we'll never complain about the rain. So thank you very much for joining today. And I'm going to have to sit down and spend some time playing around with this interface because it doesn't seem like I'm able to do this the way I would like to. I'm going to have to spend some time playing around with that. So thank you very much for joining. There's a Buy Me a Coffee link there if you'd like to make a uh, super chat on my YouTube channel as a contribution, small contribution to my channel. Please feel free to do that. Do so, and if you do, 75% of that will be contributed on and forwarded on to the developers at hivegame.com, which is the place online to play Hive. So let's take a quick look. We're going to end the poll. And the poll ended with, oh, nope, that's my company phone. I'm not going to answer that. Should have muted my company phone. Okay, where did my poll go? My poll seemed to have disappeared. So 75% of you anyway voted for making the announcements over on Discord. So I think I'll be trying very hard to do both on Discord early enough that it could be a benefit and also on my YouTube channel. So thank you very much for joining today. We appreciate everybody being here. Thanks for World Champion Ben Harris for joining, Joel Bessemer, Rotflameop, however we pronounce that, and Jonathan Davies. We appreciate everybody joining in and with me today. So as always, I am here helping you play Hive like a champion. Until next time, this is Randy Ingersoll signing off.